All right, let's see what we're playing here. So we know I got the East Front stuff going on over there, and I'm going to work my way through like some different scenarios. Maybe some more of the Kiev to Rostov, and then maybe I'll go up there and I'll drag out Crimea and I'll drag out Typhoon. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to play a few of those. Um, Here's an oldie. NATO, the next war in Europe for Victory Games. This thing came out in '83. I want to say that I got this in a pawn shop in North Platte, Nebraska in '87. Yeah. And I set it up in when I was at Fort Carson sometime later in '87 or beginning of '88, I can't remember. Then it went back in hiding, and I think I pulled it out again later, maybe 12, 13 years ago, 14 years ago, but I never did play it. I know my rules are highlighted from front to back. I need to find a new rule book so I can have a cleaner rule book. But I can't remember how to play it, so I'm hoping as I start to dig in here that it'll all come back to me. But yeah, so that's Victory Games NATO: The Next War in Europe. I know this was a popular one. Of course, most of the Victory Games ones were phenomenal anyhow. So I got this all set up. I'm going to play the strategic surprise scenario, I think it's called. Yeah. So they have three scenarios: strategic, tactical, and then extended build up. So I'm going to play the strategic, the first one, and I think it's something about the Soviet Union has the two parties are going back and forth out of it, and then somehow out of this thing comes a strategic surprise attack on the NATO forces. So this is not my favorite of the Cold War. I have some new games now that are Cold War games, but or that era of the '80s. But my favorite one is the Central Gap series from SPI. But man, just love this one mapper. Everything's just set up, got it all stretched out all over the place, and all the pretty colors and the different units. So I'm looking forward to playing this one. And when I was looking at my shelf, I just finished Karelia, and I was overlooking my shelf thinking, well, what am I going to put up here next? I thought about doing It Never Snows, and I pulled it over here. I said, no, what about Rostov 41? Nah, let's do Heights of Courage. Nah, you know what? Let's get out of SCS just for a moment or two and let's try something. Let's go back in time a little bit. So I saw that and I said, oh, there's a good one. Let's play NATO: The Next War in Europe. So we're going to do that one next. The old rule booklet here with it just amazes me with the I don't know if it's an IFV or a CFV. Looks like it's got the toe pod on the side of it over there, the toe arm. So we'll play this one here. This ought to be kind of fun. And another one that I want to play that's sitting over on my shelf there is, and I had it out, is that War of the Rebellion right there, the Decision Game Civil War. But that's got a really, really deep rule book, and I didn't want to put something up on the table. It's going to take me a while before I start playing it. So, and this was a good choice. But I still had one more place I wanted to set a game up, so I flipped over here, and I forgot I picked up three Revolution games in my last batch a while back, and Gazala was one of them. And like I said, you've heard me, I've been hankering for the desert. Sorry I can't show you the picture because it's underneath the card, and that card's underneath the plexiglass. But I did my little sequence of play printout, like I learned from Jest, and stuck that underneath there, so it's easier to get to. Good idea if you guys aren't doing it. Just scan or copy your sequence of play and over to some cardstock and cut it up. So we'll play this one. This one looks like it's a light game. I think the rule book in this thing's, the actual rules might be 8 pages, maybe 10 pages in this thing. Not a whole lot of informational stuff. I mean, you got a few disruption and breach and out of supply counters. And then, of course, this one's got the chit pull, and then it's got the special actions, the tactical chits that you pull, which seems to be a common thing in some of the Revolution games. I've got Narvik and I've got Narva and Königsberg too, and I'll probably get around to playing that. But I thought we might give this one whirl. This ought to be a light game, and I thought maybe we'd play this one here. So we're going to get after them, amongst the East Front. I'll probably give priority to that stuff there, but just to sort of keep me from burning myself out, we'll beat up on these other two here. we'll try these out. All right. All right, let's get this thing up so y'all can see what I got going on. Talk to y'all soon.